All right, we are live for another Quick Tip Tuesday, each and every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Today's topic is the most difficult part of a real estate transaction. What are you guys thinking? What do you think the most difficult part is? The most difficult part is dealing with your emotions, other emotions, dealing all with the overwhelming fact of buying a house. This can be split up into two different panels, basically, for investors as well as first-time home buyers. So when emotions come into play in a real estate transaction, it can impact your entire transaction. It can be the biggest purchase of your life. This can turn your life around. If you're investing, this can do a lot of things for you. It can be your first home for your family, your generation. So emotions play a big role. It's easier said than done to try to control your emotions as easy as possible, but a lot of people deal with different emotions in a different way. When you mix emotions and other parties come into play, it will be even harder to control those emotions because other people's emotions can impact your emotions, and maybe you won't do maybe you'll change the way you react to certain things. Maybe you want to rush into something, or just leave money on the table, or pay or overpay. There's a lot of emotions going right now because of rates. Rates are going up. People are rushing to buy. Rates have a huge impact on your buying power. So the higher they are, the less you can qualify for. So a lot of emotions are coming to play now. People are rushing to possibly buy or refinance. That will come into play. So with the seller's market going on, a lot of emotions are going to play for people overpaying, overbidding, maybe taking care of repairs on their own, paying over asking price, paying over appraisal value. So there's a lot of emotions going into play with that. And it's not just one group of people, it's basically the entire buyer's market that's going on right now. And of course, each market is different. So if you're looking to buy a house, you would have to, of course, crunch those numbers and make sure it still makes sense for you, which it makes sense for a lot of people. A lot of people are moving to have more privacy, have bigger space for their needs, their house, their family's getting bigger, maybe a better school system. So overpaying for a certain amount may be okay for them. So each person scenario is different. Each person's emotion is different. And when you commingle emotions, it can definitely be good, be bad, depending on which side you are. Do you suggest people pay for their repairs on their own on this market? I would say at least cap it to a certain amount. This is a competitive market, so you have to differentiate yourself from other buyers. Of course, it's good to have more cash on hand because of the competitiveness and trying to outbid others or be different than others. So definitely, yeah. But if you don't have the funds for that, I wouldn't suggest it because I don't want you to be what is called house poor. You don't want to buy your dream home, but you're struggling. You can't go out to your usual monthly dinner dates. You can't go take your family out to eat. You can't go on your vacation, and you're kind of prison in your own house. You can't really do much but just stay within your home. So it would all depend. But to be competitive in this market, and if you have the funds, then yeah, depending on the value. If it's certain small repairs, yes, but if it's bigger repairs, maybe like a whole new roof, maybe split it or get some type of credit. Let's see. So emotions is probably the most difficult part. It will make you overpay. It will possibly have you kill the transaction because of emotions, and at the end of the day, you probably should have bought. A lot of people emotions played into role many years ago when they didn't buy and they should have bought, and now their emotions come back into play because they see how much prices of homes continue to go up. So now people's emotions are going to play now, which is increasing prices as well as the rates. So a lot of things going on that it can impact transaction. So emotions can play a role in the realtor you select, the lender you select, the attorney you select, the inspector. So no one wants to work with someone that they don't connect with, or that stresses them off, or that doesn't work with them, or doesn't explain things in a timely manner, or gets frustrated when you call them. So emotions can play a big role in selecting your team. Emotions can also force you into a team which you didn't want, just to make sure you have that home. If it's an agent that has the listing and you're forced to work with them as your buyer agent as well in order to lock in that home, you'll be forced to go through that small transaction, of course, but you can then get your dream home. For an investor standpoint, emotions can make you overpay for a property. You don't want to be emotionally attached to a property and overpay for a property which is not cash flowing. You have to stick to your numbers. Don't get emotionally attached to a property just because it makes you think a time and place, or reminisce of good times with family, or whatever the case is. If you're an investor standpoint, just if numbers make sense, numbers make sense. Don't overpay for a property, because most of the times when I speak to investors, when they put the emotion to the side and they let the other investor overpay, they usually have a headache at the end. Maybe there's more repairs that they didn't take into account. The price of supplies have been going up, so it can hurt them at the end. The profit that they were going to get, it wasn't where it was supposed to be. So that definitely plays a big role. What if it makes me tingling inside? I should buy, right? You should buy 100%. No, that's the emotion coming into play. If you're on your investing side, definitely numbers. You're an investor, man. Come on. That's a good one though. I like it. Let's see. What else do I have for today? I think that's it. I wanted to keep it short. So the most difficult part of a real estate transaction is emotion. Emotion comes into play with every single step of the transaction. When you're trying to find a house, when you're trying to select your team, when you're trying to see if the home fits your needs, if you should ask for more credit, if you're scared to ask for more credit because you're going to lose the house because of the market, the seller's market. So emotions come into play. Try to control your emotions as best as you can. I know it's easier said than done, but try to work with a right team that can help you calm you down and make the right decision. Man, never let me have fun. Interest rates going up. Yes, they are. They're climbing. And the Feds are predicting a rate hike next month, so the end of first quarter. So they have been going up. So I believe they're closer to 2019 rates. So about 4%, depending on FHA, conventional, credit score, how much down payment. So high 3s to low 4s. With that being said, hope everyone has a great rest of your Tuesday, and thank you for joining.